Good afternoon, everyone. This is the topic all about freshwater and management. Water conservation and management encompasses the policies, strategies, and activities made to manage water as a sustainable resource, to protect the environment and to meet current and future demand. Population, household size, and growth and affluence all affect how much water is used. Factors such as climate change will increase pressures in natural water resources, especially in industrial and agriculture. Water is an amazing element. It is unique because it can be naturally found as a solid, liquid, or gas. As lakes, oceans, rivers, and streams increase in temperature, some water will change from liquid to gas, collecting together into clouds of moisture. Water is an inexhaustible and valuable natural resource. The existence of the plant and animal kingdoms depends on water. So water is called life. It is indispensable in our day-to-day life, in preparing food for bathing and drinking, etc. Water is also essential for irrigation, generation of hydroelectricity, also essential, navigation, and industries. Most of fresh water, 2.5%, are locked in ice, caps, and glaciers. Only less than 0.7% is available for human use. So, what is fresh water? Fresh water is vital to life, and yet it is a finite resource. Of all the water on Earth, just 3% is fresh water. Although critical to natural and human communities, fresh water is threatened by a myriad of forces including overdevelopment, polluted runoff, and global warming. So, why fresh water is very important? Fresh water is very important to us because healthy freshwater environment supply water for drinking, growing crops, manufacturing, energy, and transport. They also help to prevent erosion, dispose of waste, and provide natural protection from flooding.
Fresh water and management. The role of water, quality, quantity, and its allocation sustaining in human health. So, what is the importance of fresh water? Fresh water is vital for life, supporting ecosystem and human civilization. We use fresh water in many aspects of life, daily life, including food production, power generation, manufacturing, and sanitation. However, it's increasingly threatened. So what we're gonna do now is to learn how to manage fresh water. There are 19 ways to manage fresh water, and I put some pictures of each ways. So first is educate to change consumption and lifestyle. Second, invent new water conservation technologies. Third is recycle wastewater. Fourth is improve irrigation and agricultural practices. Fifth is appropriately price water. Sixth is develop energy-efficient desalination plants. Seven is improve water encatchment and harvesting. Eighth is look to community-based governance and partnerships. 9. Develop and enact better policies and regulations. 10 is holistically manage ecosystem. And 11 is improve the distribution infrastructure. 12 is shrink corporate water footprints. 13 is build international frameworks and institutional cooperation. 14 is address pollution. 15 is public common resources or equitable access. 16 is R&D or innovation. 17 is water projects in developing countries or transfer of technologies. 18 is climate change mitigation. And the last is population growth control. All those ways is very sounds familiar, which I think a good thing. And before we end this topic, there's an easy things you can do to protect drinking water resources. Sources rather. Properly dispose of hazardous products. Put up signs. Use and dispose of harmful materials properly. Volunteer in your community. Join in a beach, stream, or wetland cleanup. And the last one is prepare a presentation about your watershed for school or civic organizations.
As the nation's concern over water resources and environment increase, the importance of considering groundwater and surface water as a single resources has become increasingly evident. Issues related to water supply, water quality, and degradation of aquatic environments are reported on frequently. The interaction of groundwater and surface water has been shown to be a significant concern in many of these issues. For example, contaminated aquifers that discharge to stream can result in long-term contamination of surface water. Conversely, streams can be a major source of contamination to aquifers. Surface water commonly is hydraulically connected to groundwater, but the interactions are difficult to observe and measure and commonly have been ignored in water management consideration and policies. Many natural processes and human activities affect the interactions of ground and surface water. The purpose of this report is to represent our current understanding of these processes and activities as well as limitation in our knowledge and ability to characterize them. What is ground and surface water? What is groundwater? Groundwater that exists underground is saturated zones beneath the land's surface. The upper surface of the saturated zone is called the water table. Contrary, the popular belief, groundwater does not from underground rivers. And what is surface water? Surface water is any fresh water above ground in our rivers, creeks, streams, lakes, floodplains, wetlands, and reservoirs. These surface water environments support plants and animals that live in and around them. Rainfall, runoff, and in some cases, groundwater feed surface water.
So before we will start our topic, we will define first what is surface water. So surface water is any body of water found on the Earth's surface. So including both the salt water in the ocean and the fresh water in the rivers, streams, and lakes. A body of surface water can persist all year long or for only part of the year.
Why is it surface water is important? Water surface is important. This surface water sustain ecological systems and provide habitat for many plant and animal species. They also support a myriad of humans' uses, including drinking water, irrigation, water treatment, livestock, industrial uses, hydropower, and recreation. Many rivers are fed by spring, which occur at points where groundwater reaches the surface. Spring can occur in different geological settings, forming valley springs, stratum springs, or solution channel springs. Water pollution.
Our report is all about water pollution. But before that, we will introduce ourselves first. I am Kenneth Milorta and my partner Jerome Pronya. And we came from BSIT department, major in automotive technology. Our report is all about water pollution. We've known that water pollution is a very serious problem that we ever faced. For the information of the viewers, our report was consist with the introduction, the definition, and the ways on how to prevent the water pollution. So, let's go! Water pollution. Water is important natural resource, and when it gets dirty, it is called water pollution. We all know that our planet has a plenty of water, but the amount of fresh water in our planet is already at 0.3%. In these conditions, the water scarcity, humans are continuously wasting and polluting the water. The main cause of water pollution is dumping the waste materials into the bodies of water. Each and industries are biggest contributor of water pollution. We all know the importance of water, as it is used as a target specific outcomes for plants or even animals by providing the right amount of water at the right time for them to feed, breathe, grow, or even people can survive without water. I will give you the full definition of water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water sources by substance which makes water unusable for drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming, and other activities. Pollutants includes chemicals, trash, bacteria, and other parasites. All forms of pollution eventually makes their way to the water, usually as a result of human activities in such a manner that negatively affects its legitimate uses. Water pollution reduces the ability of the bodies of water to provide its ecosystem services that it would otherwise provide.
So this is the effect of water pollution. First is diseases. In human, drinking or consuming polluted water in any way has many disastrous effects in our health. It causes typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, and various other diseases. Second is effect of food chain. Disruption in food chains happens when toxins and pollutants in the water are consumed by aquatic animals such as fish, shellfish, or etc., which are then consumed by humans. And the third is destruction of ecosystem. Ecosystems are extremely dynamic and respond to even small changes in the environment. Water pollution can cause entire ecosystem to collapse if left unchecked. And the last is eutrophication. Chemical in a water body encourage the growth of algae. These algae form a layer on top of the pond or lake. Bacteria feed on this algae and this decreases the amount of oxygen in the water body, severely affecting the aquatic life there. So what should we do to prevent water pollution? The best way to protect large-scale water pollution is to try and reduce its harmful effect. There are various small changes we can make to protect ourselves from a scary future where water is scarce. First step to prevent water pollution is save water. Conserving water is our first aim. Water wastage is a major problem globally, and we are only now taking up to the issue. Simply small changes you can make domestically will make a huge difference. Second step, better treatment of sewage. So treating waste product before disposing of it in a water body help reduce water pollution on a large scale. Agriculture or other industries can reuse this wastewater by reducing its toxic contents. And the last is use environmentally friendly product. By using soluble product that do not go on to become pollutants, we can reduce the amount of water pollution caused by a household. In a conclusion, all types of pollution has their kind of negative impact on our environment. The lives of humans and animals get impact due to this. It is our responsibility to take various initiatives to protect nature. We need to fight against pollution, to take steps towards for a better tomorrow.